And off we go, the Catamounts and the Hokies with Vermont on the road controlling the tap. Always a contender in the America East, champions last year off back-to-back tournaments, and that block for Iofalia.
And during exams, you don't practice either.
Coming back home to Blacksburg against FAU and Auburn. Games they didn't shoot it well, but Padula back on the court and back on the scoring sheet. There's Bogues to the rim, and Cattoor has the defense. Asterisk,
yes.
Is that what's going on here?
Hopefully.
Well, Bogues on the give up, hands on it for Barron, and Recksteiner away with it.
That's what we talked about. When they drive, they're looking to kick.
And there's a three for Tyler Nickel, the 2022 Virginia High School Basketball Player of the Year. Refound his shot a little bit in that Valpo win a week ago. And there are the first points for Vermont with Aaron Deloney. Deloney slides it inside, and the easy one's not going right now. Joba off the bench from point blank.
Well, when Joba caught the ball the first time, he was out at the free throw line, had clear lane to the basket, didn't take it, and as a result, he made it a harder shot than it had to be, and they pay the price.
Just that one basket for Aaron Deloney. That's been it for the Catamounts almost midway through this first half.
And Vermont is not a team that's...
Knocks in the three for the Hokies.
Movement. They really have done a nice job spacing. They've had one turnover, and they don't have any offensive rebounds.
That was an offensive foul on Hurley, and that is a great sign for the Hokies. Another game of Robbie Barron's hitting outside shots.
To Virginia Tech that they have a guy in that position with the offense they play who can make a three.
Short from Iofalia, and it's a 1 for 14 start for Vermont. Well, Vermont with over 40% of their offense coming from outside, and Barron with the stick on Fiorillo. Saw Barron hit one, saw Nickel hit one. And Deloney not there on a three from the corner. Recksteiner knocks that down. In on it. 6 different three-point makers. Recksteiner the latest from Virginia Tech. And Young off hands. Recksteiner recovers it. The dump off for Kidd. And off the fake.
Just nothing doing here so far.
0 for 8 for the Catamounts. There's Nickel from the mid-range.
The coach for Vermont, John Becker, he's trying to do anything. And there they finally get one on the inside. He's a very good passer.
Yep. There's Nickel. Contested shot. Everything falling for Tyler Nickel. Get late in the clock here. Nickel short on it. The contest came from Iofalia.
If you're Vermont, if you're going to get behind by 23 points, you may as well do it with a lot of time left. But they've got to get some baskets, and there's a tough one. But they really have to tighten it up on the defensive end of the court. Is a very, very good back-to-the-basket guy. He's a tough match for Iofalia down on the inside.
There's Cattoor on the take, scoop, no. Kidd with the tap back.
When you play the motion style offense that Vermont plays, unless you're driving the ball to the basket, you can't be dribbling the thing.
Now Fiorillo does get to the rim, and that counts.
And a lot of those three-point misses have been very contested shots.
Another one that's contested, but one finally goes down for Fiorillo. He talked over the open, Dan.
Basically role reversal.
There's a three for Jaden Young, another guy in the book. Looking like the Auburn game when he hit 3 outside shots. 2 of 2 start for Jaden Young.
If you're Virginia Tech, and obviously you'll take it if you're Vermont too, they need anything to go down.
Oh, John Camden in on it.
Not without a bigger spurt than we've seen so far.
Three from long, and that goes down. Long out to show on Hurley. Now he slips past in the first points in this half to the Catamounts. Cattoor turned the corner. Nickel leaves it for Cattoor, and that two-man game led to an open look, but Cattoor with the miss.
Nice job by Nickel to recognize that Cattoor was open.
Now Cattoor going 1-on-2. He finishes.
The fact that Cattoor is an outstanding defender, and what great anticipation. He anticipates the pass, steps back, and then this is a tough shot. He can get to the basket. He's been more aggressive this year. He's really picked up his free throw numbers.
Hurley in front of the help. He's fouled.
Heavy pressure. Hurley had just made a basket.
Into the post with Kidd. Gets single coverage. Series of fakes and a pretty left for Lynn Kidd.
Going back out. Kidd is very good passing the ball back out.
Good ball movement for the Catamounts to get an easy look. Slides off. First offensive rebound of the day. Like this guy. Hunter Cattoor splashes one in.
And that was Petit. Kidd was out of the game, and so Petit, who subs for Kidd.
You're right, it is minus 0.6% chance, according to ESPN Analytics right now, that Vermont comes back and wins. And a slam by Seth Joba.
Petit is a big guy to guard in there, but here, drive to the basket. And
he's been there a couple of times. Here's Barron through contact. Got his own, brought it down, and Joba's there. Almost taken away. Nobody wanted to secure it. Can't hit that. Offensive rebound, Kidd. He goes right back to work, and before the help can get there, he finishes.
And he doesn't get any help. Nobody comes to help Fiorillo. This is just really tough because he's a great job.
Double-double for Kidd off that strong pivot. 10 points, 11 rebounds. And the leave-off, nicely done. Usually it's Fiorillo setting guys up, taking John Becker's advice and shooting more. And so is this guy, Lynn Kidd, working on the double-double, adding to it.
And then this time he's going to come back with the left hand.
That was a demonstration from Mike Young, it looked like. Get in the stance. And Hurley gets one on the pull-up.
You know, they've won all the games they're supposed to win. They did lose to South Carolina. They did lose to Florida Atlantic. They did lose to Auburn. No shame there. They've got pretty good victories against Boise State and Iowa State.
10 o'clock Eastern time start on ESPN2. NC State has a chance against a ranked Tennessee team to really help out the ACC's case. So Rex Steiner has gotten a lot of clock these last couple games. Padula was out the last game. Alabama, Boise State, good wins. Not just 9-0 against nobody. It's Poteet with the hook in the finish for the Hokies. Alamutu to the rim, off the spin. Nice move. We got two.
That time he had an advantage against Kidd.
Inside 8 minutes to go. Virginia Tech up big on their way to,
Frosty is not a real snowman.
Graphic shows it really hard to beat when they're making outside shots. 10 threes again today. This would be 5-0. Unless Vermont does a lot of that. Driving kick for a three, and that goes in.
He was one of those guys who, as soon as he walked in the building, he was open and he wasn't afraid to shoot it. I think that's fairly typical of left-handed shooters.
Off the loose ball. Now with his left hand, but with both hands. And long inside for Wessler. Fell off into the hands of Joba.
Opportunity for both coaches to give some guys who don't play a lot a little bit more time.
Nice take from Brent Mills.
And then Pitt, no problem with South Carolina State.
That was the game you saw right before us on ACC Network. We'll see Northeastern and Virginia right after this final minute. Rex Steiner, nice feed for the dunk.
And he gets the ball to the court. That is just a great pass. You find your handed pass.
Nova underneath in the swat.
Really impressive win by Virginia Tech.
Yeah, a day that started with threes going down for everybody leads to a third consecutive win for the Hokies. And after the final exam break, they get to 8-3 with the win over Vermont.